Hi guys, it's Ray. I just wanted to hop on super quick to touch on a couple of quick things. I think 3 things, and I'm going to try and speed through this and make this short so I can get it uploaded from home. But Jessica Butterfly Lane Designs does now have her UVDTF printer up and running. She has her gang sheet builder ready on the website. So with that, you can either use her images she already has, or you can upload your own. Create a FABRICA is a great resource. If you sign up for one of the yearly plans or monthly plans, anything you pull off of there, you can have her print as a UVDTF. So I will put links to her below, links to Create a FABRICA below. I did buy 6 of the like Libby style glass cans. I'm going to measure these up. I'm going to get a full wraps done for these. And navigate my way around the gang sheet builder for those. So hopefully I can get to that maybe tonight, and next week maybe we can do this, because with UVDTF you have one chance to get it right. If you don't get it stuck in the right spot the first go around, forget it, it's done. You don't have to coat them, so if you are not an epoxy person and you want to work on glass or ceramics, the UVDTFs are the way to go. So I will put Jessica's link down below if you want to get started on some of those. I also do have some Temu credit, so I may order another Stanley dupe to use the UVDTFs on, because that's another great option for that type of cup if you don't want to epoxy over it. And the main thing I wanted to touch on is why I don't always share what epoxy I use in my videos. I've been over this before. I mention it occasionally in videos, but it is still the most frequently asked question I get. Most people are nice about it when they ask. Some comments I do delete because people are just rude about it, accuse me of gatekeeping or keeping secrets, or, you know, not helping them find the appropriate epoxy. I don't share because epoxy is temperamental. It's as simple as that. What works for me today may not work for me tomorrow. It's 75 and sunny right now. The other morning it was 24 degrees and we had a heavy frost. So what works for me on that 24-degree morning is not going to work for me right now when it's 75 and sunny and dry. My climate is very touchy, and what works for me kind of comes and goes in waves. The only thing that's been working consistently for me right now that I can guarantee I can pluck off my shelf and use is the CC DIY Turbo Fast Set. And this stuff is touchy for so many reasons of its own. This is not beginner level epoxy, and you cannot use it with certain techniques. So it is limited, but it's the only thing I can guarantee is going to work for me right now. The Hog Speed was working for me all winter, but again, it's a fast set. You're not going to want to use this with certain ink techniques. But I did have one day a couple weeks ago where I did end up with a tacky tumbler from this. So yes, it was just once. So it could be climate related. I don't know. I haven't mixed epoxy wrong in probably 5 years. So typically for me, if something goes wrong, it's the weather. I recommend buying the smallest sample size you can, a 4-ounce sample, an 8-ounce sample, a 6-ounce sample. If the company doesn't offer a sample size, just buy the smallest quantity and try it, because that way you're not spending $100 on a gallon kit. That being said, I had a sample of this in a resin box. It worked fantastic. I ordered a gallon kit. The weather changed. This is the part A. It's nice and crystal clear. But my B, I cannot use on a white tumbler now. Yes, I will try it again now that the weather's starting to change, but, you know, this could be a pricey mistake for me. But I sampled it and it worked. So, but yeah, you're going to have to figure out for yourself what epoxy works for you in your environment. It's not gatekeeping. It's me trying to save you guys from, I mean, I have probably $300 worth of epoxy over there that will probably all get turned into molds eventually, but a lot of it cannot be used on tumblers for me. It just doesn't work. For some reason, mixing it in a larger quantity for a mold tends to work because it generates more heat and like dries itself out more. I don't know the science behind it. But for cups, nothing is more frustrating than you mix up a big batch and coat your way down 8 tumblers and they're all tacky the next day. So, do your own testing, find what works for your environment. I am not gatekeeping, I promise you. I have tried almost every brand on the market. There's a few that I will never try just on principle. Sorry, I don't care if it's your favorite one. I'm not going to try it. But yeah. And you may find that you develop an allergy to an epoxy you've been using for 5 years, but you can use something else. So you'll have to sample your way through. My very favorite brand of all time gives me contact dermatitis. So I haven't used it in several years. I may go back to trying it again because it's always worked for me. It never failed me. So, but again, not gatekeeping. Test for yourself, try samples, and find what works for you. That's my best advice when it comes to epoxy. So that is it. Butterfly Lane Designs, UVDTFs, online now. And, you know, research your epoxy. And yeah, that is it. Thank you. Hopefully I will have a tumbler tomorrow. I do have 4 in the works, so hopefully at least one will be finished today. But that is it. I will see you soon.